you have tried solving a cube, or you're trying to solve a cube and you're finding it nearly impossible to solve it, today I'll be teaching you a method which will help you solve your Rubik's Cube for the first time ever. So our first step is solving the cross, for which we find these white pieces or the white edges. So edges are the ones which have two stickers on them, and we want to find a white edge, which means one of the edge must be white in color. And since we are solving a white cross, we keep the white on the bottom and yellow face on the top. So we bring all our white edges towards the top with the white sticker facing the top, something like this. So we have got all our 4 white edges on the top. So now what we do is we make a 180-degree turn and bring them down, so they match with the white center. But before doing that, what you should do is look at the other color other than white. In this case we have red, so we match red with the red center and then do a 180-degree turn and match it with white. We do the same with all other edges. So this is green, we match it with green, we take it down 180 degrees and match it with the white. Then we do the same with blue, 180 degrees, match it. And our orange one is matched 180 degrees down, match it with the center, and here we go, we have our cross. But then sometimes what may happen is you may get all 4 edges on the top, but one of them is flipped. That is, the white color is not facing the top, it's facing the front. So what we do here is we move it either this side or this side, and after moving to one of the sides, we move our top layer, take the white up, and repeat all the steps before. First we match it with the center, 180 degrees. This also matched 180 degrees. This also matched 180 degrees. This also matched 180 degrees. So after doing this, you must be having your white cross. So our next step is solving the white corners or making the first layer. So for solving the corners, we need to know a 4-move sequence which goes something like this. So first we take our right side up, then we move it towards the left, the top layer, then we bring this down and we bring this back. So we do it like this. You can get a bit faster. And now we shall move on to how to solve the corners. So for solving the corners, what we do is we find a corner which has white color, and a corner is a one which has 3 colors, like 1, 2 and 3. So this is a corner piece, and this has 2, 1, 2. This is an edge piece. This has only 1 color, so this is a center piece. So we find a corner which has white color on this, like this one. Then we bring it above where it should go, like this is white, green and orange. So we bring it above white, green and orange, and then we do those 4 moves. And look, this one is solved. So we do that for 3 more corners. And so this is the white, red and green. So we have to bring it above the white, red and green here. We do those 4 moves. And we are solved with another corner. But sometimes what may happen is that you may not find any corner piece with white on the top. It might be in its correct position or not in the correct position. So what we do is we just perform those 4 moves to remove the corner. So we see the corner was here and now it has come here. So now this is the white, blue and orange. So we bring it above white, blue and orange. We do those 4 moves. And we are done. Now we have to just do this corner. So this is the white, blue and red. So we bring it above the white, blue and red. And we do those 4 moves. So now you must be having your first layer solved. So Our next step is solving the four edges, namely this one, this one, this one, and this one. This will help us solve our second layer. So to solve these edges, what we do is we find any edge which does not have any of its colors as yellow. Say this one. This is the orange and green one. This does not have yellow. So our first step will be matching it with the front color. In this case, the front color is green, so we match it with green. And now we check whether it needs to go on the right or in the left. So since this is green and orange, we know it needs to go here, which is towards the right. If it's towards the right, we do the following moves. It goes to the right, the first thing is we move it towards the left. Then we bring this corner up. Now we just reverse all the moves again. So we took this to the left, now we bring it back. We had taken this corner up and we bring it down. So look, these two have been connected. But now, how do we insert this? So to insert this, currently it's matching with the green. So what we do is we match it with this other color, that is orange. So we move it to orange. And now we bring this up, the left side. We insert it and we bring this down. So this is done. But this was only when the edge needs to go to the right. What if the edge needs to go to the left? For example, this edge. This is the red and blue edge. So to solve this edge, what we do is first we match it. Since this is already matched, now we check whether it needs to go to the right or towards the left. Since this is the red and blue, we know that it should go towards the left. So we just do all these moves, but now from the left side. So we check, this needs to go to the left. So first step will be moving it to the right. Our next step will be taking this corner up. Again, we just get all the moves back. So we took this to the right, we bring it back. We brought this corner up, so we bring this down. And now we have our connected pair. But currently it's matched with the red, so we match it with its other color, that is blue. Then we bring this up, we insert it and we bring it down. And we are done. So now, if we do all these moves for remaining two edges, you will be able to solve the second layer. But some of you might face a problem that your edge is in the correct place, but the only thing is that it is flipped. So now, what we do is we insert an edge which has yellow on it. Any one. So just take any edge, say for example this one. So this needs to go on the right. So we just first take it to the left, we bring our corner up, we bring this back, we bring our corner down, we take it to the other side and we insert it. And now look, that edge, the green and red edge has come out. So we just follow the same steps and solve the remaining two ones. So after solving all your edges, you must be having something like this. So our last step will be solving the last layer. And first will be we'll make a yellow cross. So after solving your first two layers, you may either get a line, you may get an L shape. Don't focus on any of the corners, just focus on the edges and the center. It makes an L. Or you might get only a dot in which no yellow edge is facing up. So first, let us check what we can do with the line to make a cross. So if you have a line, keep it horizontal, rotate the front clockwise. It's like this, rotate it clockwise. Then do those four moves, that is bringing this side up, moving it this side, bringing this down, bringing this back. And now what we do is front face but anti-clockwise. So we have solved our cross. If you get an L anywhere here, here or here, just keep it at the top left. Don't worry about the corners, just focus on these edges and the center. Keep it in the top left and do front, those four moves twice this time. This is once, We again do those 4 moves, and now we do the front anti-clockwise. So again we have our cross. So the last case you might get is a dot. So what we do is we just do the same thing as we did for a line. The front clockwise, the 4 moves, and the front anti-clockwise. So now we have a line. So now we just take it to the top left and do what we did before for the L shape. And front to anti-clockwise. So now we have built our cross. So after building the cross, we try to match as many as yellow edges with their respective centers as possible. For this case, we have matched 2. You can always either match 2 or all the 4. The 2 can be adjacent or opposite. First, let us look at adjacent ones. So when they are adjacent, we just move the U, the up layer, towards the right. And now we do this algorithm. Now focus on this pair. Our first priority will be removing it. Then we move it further back. Now since we had removed it from here, we have to insert it back. So what we do is we again bring this up. And now we move the up layer twice. Once, twice. And we have got it back. Now we just need to get this down. And now if you try matching them, matching your yellow edges, you must have matched all of them. But sometimes what may happen with you is that you have 2 edges that are matched, but they are opposite. One is in the front and one is in the back. So what you do is you keep one in the front and one in the back and perform the same algorithm. We bring the right up, we remove the pair, we move it further back. Now since you have to insert this back again, we bring this up, we move the up layer twice and we bring it down. And what we see is we have the adjacent case. So we just do the required algorithm for the adjacent case. That is, we move the up layer towards the left, then we remove the pair, we move it further back, and now we just have to insert it again. And now all our yellow edges are solved. Now what is left is only the yellow corners. So now you need to check whether they are in their correct place or not. For example, this corner is the yellow, blue and orange one. So this should actually be here in the yellow, blue and orange. But it is here and it should be here. So this is not in its correct place. Now we check for this one. This is the yellow, red and green. This one also has to be here, but it's here. So this is also not in its correct place. Now we check for this, the yellow, orange and the green one. This has to be here, and even this is not in its correct place. So now let's check for the last one. This is the yellow, red and blue. And this is in its correct place, but it's not rightly flipped. What I mean is, it should be like this, but it is like this. So it is in its correct place, but we just need to flip it. But before flipping only one, we'll make all of them correct and then flip all of them one by one if required. So now, for making our 3 corners correct, what we do is this. So we move this towards the left, we bring this up, and now we just bring this back. We do the same thing left side. We move this up, we move this towards left, but now look, this has been inserted back, so we just bring this down. Now we just bring this back and bring this down. Now let us check. This is correct. This is still not correct because it's the yellow, green and yellow, which has to be here. This is also the yellow, orange and blue, which has to go here. And this is the yellow, green and red, which has to go here. So we again come back here, keeping the correct corner in the front and do the same thing. And now we check. This is in the correct place. This is also in its correct place and it is also flipped correctly. This is also in its correct place and this is also flipped. And even this is in its correct place, but it just need to be flipped. So now, for now we have only 2 that we need to flip correctly. We can either have 2, 3 or all 4. So now what we do is, now we have the yellow on the top, so we bring the white on the top. That is, we have turned the whole cube 180 degrees. So now we keep only one corner that has to be flipped in the front, and if there are 2 more or 1 more or all of them, we just keep one in the front. And now we again do those 4 moves that we have done before. This is once we have done them, and now this is twice. Look, this corner is now correct. So now what we do is we bring this corner over here. That is, we move this down layer and just bring all our unsolved corners here one by one and do those 4 moves. Now, even if the corner is solved, we have to complete those 4 moves. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Now look, this is done, but we had just done 3 here, so we do 4. And now we just flip the cube and just arrange it accordingly, and our whole cube is solved. So guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share and hit that subscribe button.